Barnhill. Alderman Justin.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would also like to thank everybody that came down and has spoken to the council in the last 6 weeks, especially the St. Ambrose students. My wife and I both graduated under the Oaks Mother's Day of 2000, so I can certainly appreciate your passion for that campus. The confusion, I have to agree with Alderman Barnhill, is the property right issue. We're going to continue to invest in Vanderveer Park, and I'm sure that you enjoy that also, and there's going to be a beautiful garden going in there shortly. That's something that the city can control, and we'll continue to invest in city-owned property and making that green. I can't agree with a previous statement about the comprehensive plan. I have to defer to the staff report on that, where it says multiple family residential development is consistent with commercial corridor designation on the comprehensive plan. Proposed land use map has transition between the commercial property to the east and the residential properties to the west. So, as Alderman Barnhill says, I go back and look at the ordinance. What does the ordinance say? Because the staff says it's consistent, and the ordinance states that there's density levels that can be rezoned, and the staff says that this meets that criteria. So I'm pretty black and white, although personally I might feel differently on occasions. I've done this before on historical preservation issues, but if the ordinance states that a property owner, for example, on historic preservation, meets the criteria for a demolition permit, then the ordinance says that it shall be granted. I may personally feel that it shouldn't be, but the ordinance as it is in place says that I'm sworn to uphold the ordinance. So I have to vote accordingly. So I'm going to support this, but there are two things that I'm going to be very concerned about, and they are items 7 and 8 in the conditions that were attached to this. 7 is that a tree preservation and planting plan be reviewed and approved in conjunction with the construction plan approval prior to any site clearance or grading. So I want to see that plan. I want to know how we're going to execute that plan. I want to know when it's going to be executed. I don't want to know here that's going to be executed well when we get the last apartment built. I want to be on top of that. Item number 8 is that the 6-foot-high privacy fence be installed along the west and south property lines adjacent to the single-family residential properties. Again, when are we going to execute that? There's a plan in place. I want some timetables associated with these two items, and I want to make sure that they're going to mitigate the impact to the property owners to the west.